Morning.
Tip
Your
head back. We just decided to do some trapezius release while we were waiting for a couple more people to join in. And then super slowly releasing. Hi, Bonnie. Everybody, let's do 2 on the opposite side now so we're even. So Bonnie, we were just doing some trapezius release while we were waiting to see if for everyone to join in. So staying seated for these ones I feel like is usually best. So we're going to turn our head slightly to the right. Lift your left shoulder now up towards the back of your head. Tilt your head back. Hold for just a second. And now super slowly release the shoulder. And super slowly release the head. And last, bring your head back to center. Awesome. We'll do one more on that side. So turn your head slightly to the right. Lift your left shoulder up towards the back of your head and tilt your head back. Hold for just a moment, and now super slowly release. And last, bring your head back to center. Awesome. Let's do one more on the right now because some of you missed the one with the right shoulder. So you turn your head slightly to the left, bring your right shoulder up towards the back of your head, tilt your head back, and then super slowly release. Release the tilt in the head, release the shoulder, slow and smooth. And then bring your head back to center. Awesome. Everybody, that's a really great one to try to remember. You'll probably find yourself using that one a lot too. Okay, so let's start with our body scan, everybody. We're gonna lay flat. We're gonna be working on our backs and our trunks today and breathing. So we're gonna be doing some release in our obliques, in our backs, and our latissimus dorsi, and in our low hips, low back and hips. So starting with some nice deep breaths. And as you're taking these nice deep breaths, let's start focusing on how your breath is moving in your torso. So as you're taking those breaths, as you're inhaling and exhaling, really paying attention to how much movement you're feeling in your torso. And as you take this next breath in, bring your awareness to your shoulder blades and your shoulders and your arms. And notice how your shoulders and your arms feel as you take that breath in and as you exhale. And now with the next breath, you're going to bring your awareness back into your torso and focus on how your low back feels as you're taking these breaths. And also notice how much air you're able to bring down into your low abdomen as you're taking these breaths. Now bring your awareness to the sides of your body, to your ribs, between your hips and your armpits. And as you take the next breath, I want you to bring awareness to that spot of your body and see if you can bring your breath to that spot in your body. Filling out the sides of your rib cage with your breath. And now bring your awareness down through your hips and into your legs as you continue with this breathing. And all the way down your legs and into your feet. And then when you're ready and you finish the scan, you're going to bend your knees and bring your feet to standing. And we're going to start today with some flattens and arches. And since everybody in class today is a regular and not someone new, we're going to start right in with our flatten and our arches, moving them together nice and fluid. So we're going to start with our inhale and arch today. So inhale and arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor. At the same time, roll your arms open so that your palms are facing up to the ceiling. Hold for just a second, and now exhale super slowly. Slowly exhaling as you slowly release the contraction in your back and you slowly let your arms roll back over to palms facing down. And then going right into your flatten as you bring your pubic bone towards your ribs and your ribs towards your pubic bone. And at the same time now roll your arms inwards towards your body. So the back of your hands would be facing your body. Hold for just a moment and super slowly begin to release the flatten. Slowly, with control, releasing the flatten, releasing in your belly. And at the end of that release, going right into your arch again. Inhaling an arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor and rolling your arms open so that your palms are up to the ceiling. Hold for just a moment and exhale as you super slowly release the contraction in your back, slowly letting your arms roll back over to palms facing down. And at the end of that release, going right into flatten again, bringing your pubic bone and ribs towards each other as you flatten your back to the floor and rolling your arms towards your body, giving yourself just a little squeeze in the shoulders and your pectorals. Hold for a moment, super slowly release, slow and smooth, releasing the contraction in your belly, releasing in your shoulders as your arms slowly unwind, going back to palms open. Coming out of that release and going right into your arch again. Rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor. Arching your low back off the floor, palms now facing up to the ceiling. Hold for a moment. Super slowly release. Slow and smooth. Releasing the arch in your back. Slowly letting the arms roll back over to palms facing down. And at the end of that release, going into flatten one more time, bringing your pubic bone and ribs towards each other, rolling your arms inwards so the back of your hands are facing your body. Hold for a moment and super slowly release. And now at the end of this release, you're going to just rest. So going back to your neutral position and taking just a moment to rest. Then when you're ready, we're going to roll onto our side, and we'll start with our left side down to the floor and your right side will be up to the ceiling. So laying on your left side, you're going to be bringing your knees up and in front of your body like you're on a chair. So your knees will be straight out from your hips and your feet will be straight down from your knees. You can use your left arm to rest your head on like a pillow, and your right arm can either be in front of your body or on your side, or you can bring it up over your head so that your fingertips are on the top of your head, wherever it is comfortable for you. Most of you have done this movement before, so we're going to go right into doing the upper body and the lower body. And I like to do this one on an exhale, so staying relaxed. Take a nice inhale first. And now as you exhale, lifting your head, your torso, bringing your right armpit towards your right hip and rotating your right leg so that your right foot lifts off of your left foot just slightly. Your knees will stay together. The right thigh is rolling forward towards the floor. Hold for just a moment. And now super slow and smooth, lowering your foot back down and slowly lowering your head and your chest back down to the floor. And when everything is back down to your neutral position, take a moment to rest. Then the next one we'll do again with our exhale. So starting with the inhale first. And exhale as you rotate your right thigh forward and you lift your head and your chest, bringing your right armpit and your right hip towards each other. And notice that little bit of a squeeze that you will feel in your right side as you've lifted your head. Hold for a moment. And now super slowly begin to lower your head and slowly lowering your foot. When everything is back down to the floor, take just a moment to rest. And we'll repeat that one again, starting with our inhale first. And exhale, rolling the right thigh forward, lifting your right foot just slightly off of your left foot. And at the same time, drawing your right armpit towards your hip by lifting your head and your chest and your elbow if you have that hand over your head. Hold for just a moment. And then super slowly begin to lower your head, slowly lowering your foot, slow and smooth. and then take a moment to rest. We're going to do one more on this side, and this time we're going to add a little bit of an arch. So what I want you to do this time is when you do your inhale, you're going to do that gentle arching with your back, and then as you exhale and lift your foot, you'll slowly release the arch in your back. So all together, we're going to inhale with a small arch in the back. Exhale now as you slowly release the arch in your back and also begin to lift your right foot off of your left foot, and now begin to lift your head and your chest, drawing your armpit towards the right hip. Hold, and then slowly begin to lower. Make sure that your knees stay together so that when you're lifting that foot, it's only the foot lifting as that top leg is sort of rotating forward. When your foot is resting comfortably on top of your other foot, take just a moment to rest, and then we're going to roll to our other side. So when you're ready, nice and slow, rolling over so that now your right side will be down to the floor and your left side will be up to the ceiling. So your knees again are bent, knees straight out from your hips, and your feet should be straight down from your knees. You're resting your head on your right arm, and your left arm can either be laying in front of your body, or you can bring it up over the top of your head to help support your head as you lift it. So we'll start again with our inhale, staying nice and relaxed. Inhale first. And exhale as you roll that top leg, rolling your thigh forward, lifting the left foot gently off of the right foot, and at the same time lifting your head and chest, drawing your left armpit towards your hip. Hold for just a moment, and then super slow and smooth. Slowly lowering the foot, slowly lowering your head. And when everything is back to the floor, take just a moment to rest. And we'll repeat that same one again, starting with our inhale. And exhale, rolling that left thigh forward towards the floor as you lift your foot just gently off the other foot. At the same time, lifting your head and chest, drawing that armpit towards your hip. So your hip and armpit are squeezing towards each other gently. Hold for a moment, super slowly with control, begin to lower. Angela, do you have your knees together? I feel like you're lifting your whole leg up. Try to keep your knees together unless you're doing that to stay comfortable, but if you can, I'm going to unmute you so that if you need to ask me something, then you can. When you've finished lowering that one, take a moment to rest. And we're going to repeat this one with the arch this time with our inhale. So we're going to inhale as we gently arch our back. Exhale, slowly releasing the arch in your back, and at the same time now rolling that left thigh forward towards the floor as you lift your left foot gently off of the right foot. At the same time, lift your head and chest and draw your armpit towards your hip. Then super slowly lower your foot back down until it's touching your other foot. And then take a moment to rest. And we'll do one more of those with the arch. So starting again with our inhale and a gentle arch of the back. Exhale, slowly releasing the arch in your back. And at the same time now rolling that left thigh forward to the floor as you lift your left foot just slightly off of the other foot and drawing your armpit towards your hip as you lift your head and chest. Hold for a moment and then super slowly with control, lower the foot and your head and chest, nice and slow and smooth and together. And then take another moment to rest. And then when you're ready, you're going to go back onto your back again with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. And we're going to be doing what we call the steeple arms next. So now you're going to bring your hands together like in a praying position, and you're going to bring them straight up towards the ceiling. So your hands and fingers will be pointing to the ceiling. Yes. And your elbows are fairly straight, but keeping comfortable. And now super slowly, you're going to lower your arms to the left, trying to keep the palms of your hands together. Your fingers are going to slide slightly, but keeping your hands together as you slowly bring those arms down towards the left, and your whole torso will begin to turn. So you'll notice your shoulders come off of the floor a little bit as you're bringing those arms towards the left, only going as far as you can go comfortably and keeping those hands together, and then slowly bring your steeple arms back to center. And once you're back to center, then super slowly you're going to lower those arms to the right. Same thing, working to keep your palms fairly together. Your fingers will slide slightly. And you're going to notice your whole torso begins to turn and your shoulder comes up off of the floor, only going as far as you can go comfortably. And then bringing those arms slowly with control back to center. And then going one more time to the left. This time, let your head and your eyes go with your arms. So let your head and your eyes follow your hands as your arms go down to the left. Going as far as you can go comfortably, and then slowly with control, bringing everything back to center. Your arms, your head, and your eyes. And then slowly with control, repeating to the right. Lowering those steeple arms and taking your head and your eyes with your arms. Only going as far as you can comfortably, and then slowly with control, bringing those arms back to center. And then go ahead and just lower your arms and let them rest for just a second, and I'll explain what we're going to do next. So now we're going to add in the lower part of the body. And this can be done two ways. We can do it with crossed legs, or you can do it with just your knees together. So I always instruct it with the legs crossed, but if that's uncomfortable for you, you can definitely do it without them being crossed. So we're going to start by crossing the right knee over the left, and then bringing those arms back up to your steeple position. And now what we will be doing is slowly lowering your legs to the left and slowly lowering your arms to the right. So nice and slow with control, lowering the knees, lowering the arms. So they're going opposite of each other. And then super slowly with control, switching to the opposite side when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably. So then slowly coming up to center, and then slowly going through center. Your legs will lower to the right as your arms lower to the left. And then super slowly coming back to center. And lowering one more time now to the opposite side. So legs going down to your left as your arms go to your right. And then slowly with control, coming back to center. And once you're back to center, you're going to uncross your legs and switch so that you're crossing your left leg over the right. And we'll start with lowering the legs to the right and the arms to the left. Nice and slow, with control. And when you've gone as far as you can go, comfortably, switching to the opposite side. So bringing those legs back up, bringing the arms up. Slowly begin to lower the legs now to the left as your arms slowly lower to the right. And then super slow with control, coming back up and through center. As you lower one more time, legs going to the right and arms going to the left. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, bringing them back to center. Nice and slow and controlled. Coming back to center. And then slowly bringing your arms down and slowly uncrossing your legs. And next, we're going to be doing the wash rag. So your arms are going to be going straight out beside you on the floor for this one. So fingertips and arm is straight out from your shoulder. Knees are still bent, feet are still flat on the floor. And most of you have done this one as well. So we're going to start with putting both the movements together right away. So what we're going to be doing is rotating the arms so that you're rotating your right palm will be facing up and your left palm will be facing down. And you're going to turn your head to the right. And at the same time, you're going to lower your legs to the left. So you're looking to the right, your knees are lowering to the left. And hold for just a moment. Remember to allow your body to move freely. Let your hips come off the floor. Let your feet turn off of the floor so that they're laying on their sides as long as you're comfortable. Now super slowly begin to reverse this dish rag. So we're going to wring it out to the other side now. So super slowly begin to bring your knees up and you're going to take them right through center as they go down to the right. And at the same time now your arms are rotating so that your right palm is facing down and your left palm is facing up and you'll be looking to the left. So you're looking at the left palm and knees are to the right. Super slowly with control, reverse that again. Bringing it out to the other side, slowly bringing the knees up as they begin to drift to the left, slowly rotating your arms so that the left palm is down and the right palm is up and your head is turning now to look to the right. Once you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, super slow and with control, switch to the other side again, slowly bringing your knees up and over, slowly rotating the arms. So if the right palm is rotating down, the left palm is rotating up and you're looking to the left now. And you've gone as far as you can go comfortably. Pause for a moment and then switch again. Slowly bringing the knees up. Slowly rotating the arms. Slowly rotating your head. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably to that side, we're going to do one more. So switching one more time, slowly with control, bringing those knees up and through center, slowly rotating the arms now so that the right palm will be rotating down. The left palm begins to rotate up as your head slowly turns to the left. When you've gone as far as you can go comfortably to that side, nice and slowly with control, You'll bring everything back to your center position. Slowly bringing those knees back up to center. And then we're going to finish today with some arch and curls. So you can bring your hands up to wherever they're comfortable for your curls. I think most of you have a spot now. They're either behind your head or fingertips behind your ears, or for some of you, it's more comfortable to put your hands on your shoulders, or even just to leave your arms laying beside your body. Remember that the most important thing in somatics is for you to stay in your comfort zone. So wherever this one feels most comfortable, that's where I'd like you to do it. So we're going to start with our inhale and arch again. Inhale and arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor. At the same time, press your shoulder blades down and think of drawing them towards your tailbone. Tilt your head back and let your jaw open softly. Hold for just a moment. And now exhale, super slowly exhaling, super slowly releasing the contraction in your back, slowly releasing in your shoulder blades and neck. And at the very end of that release, going right into flatten as you bring your pubic bone towards your ribs to your pubic bone, flattening your back to the floor. Bring your elbows together and gently lift your head and chest into your soft curled position. If you had chosen to leave your arms beside you, you're just going to lift them where you need to. Hold for a moment, and now super slowly lowering your head, really noticing the release that's happening in your abdominals as you're lowering your head to the floor. Once your head is comfortably resting on the floor, slowly with control, let your elbows come open. And when you've finished that one, take just a moment to rest. And we'll repeat it again. Inhale and arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor. At the same time, think of pressing your shoulder blades down and drawing them towards your tailbone. Tilt your head back and let your jaw open softly. Hold for a moment. Exhale now as you super slowly release the contraction in your back and in your pelvis, slowly releasing in your shoulders and neck. Slow and smooth. And at the very end of that release, going right into flatten as you bring your pubic bone and ribs towards each other, bring your elbows together. And this time as you lift your head and chest, bring your elbows towards your right knee. Your feet are going to stay flat on the floor. You're just bringing your head and chest and elbows towards the right knee. So you're doing just a little bit of a twist with your upper body. Hold for a moment. Now super slowly lower your head. Noticing that as you've changed this direction, you're going to notice more release in your obliques than just in your abdominals as you lower your head. Once your head is resting comfortably on the floor, slowly lower your elbows. Slow and smooth. And at the end of that one, take just a moment to rest. And we'll repeat it again. Inhale and arch as you roll your tailbone forward and down to the floor. Press your shoulder blades down and think of drawing them towards your tailbone, tipping your head back and letting your jaw open softly. Exhale, super slowly release the contraction in your back, slowly releasing in your shoulders and your hips and neck. Slow and smooth. And at the very end of that release, going into flatten, bringing your elbows together, and lift your head and chest now towards your left knee. Feet stay flat on the floor. Slight twist with your upper body as you bring your elbows towards your left knee. Hold for a moment. Super slowly now lower your head back down to the floor. Slow, slow and smooth. And once your head is back down to the floor, super slowly with control, bringing your elbows back down. And then taking just a moment to rest. And then we're going to finish with one more straight on one. So we'll start again with our inhale and arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor, pressing your shoulder blades down and drawing them towards your tailbone. Tilt your head back, let your jaw open. Exhale now as you super slowly So, so slow and smooth. Release the contraction in your back, in your hips, in your shoulders. And at the very end of that release, going into flatten again, bringing your pubic bone towards your ribs and your ribs to your pubic bone as your back flattens to the floor. Bring your elbows together and gently lift your head and chest straight up to a regular curl now. So elbows just coming towards your knees. Hold for just a moment and then super slowly lowering your head. Slow and smooth as you release in your abdominals. Slowly with control, lowering your head. And once your head is resting on the floor, slowly with control, opening your elbows. And take your time with this last one and don't rush. And when you've finished, you're going to slowly take yourself back to your body scan position and start again with some nice breaths. And this time, as you're taking your inhales and your exhales, focusing again on the movement that's happening in your body as you're taking these breaths. So bring your awareness to your shoulder blades again, into your arms. And just notice how you're feeling now with those breaths in that part of your body compared to how you were feeling at the beginning of class. And now bring your awareness into your torso, into the sides of your body, to your ribs. And notice if you have any more ease of movement as you're doing this breath. And is it easier now for you to bring your awareness and your breath to your rib cage? Now that we've released all the muscles around the rib cage. And now bringing your awareness to your low back and your belly. As you take this next breath, pay attention to how your low back feels and pay attention to how much air you're able to bring into that part of your body. And continue with your scan down through your hips and through your legs and all the way to your feet. And then when you're ready, without rushing, you can roll to your side and come up to sitting. And we have about 2 minutes for questions and feedback. So I'm going to unmute everybody.